2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And you often hear about the on-court intensity of some of the all-time greats, guys like Kobe and Jordan, but they'll tell you that Russell Westbrook has that same edge to his game. Guys, how does that work to his advantage?
He's always had the utmost confidence in himself. It bleeds out of him. You see the confidence. And in any question that you had about his leadership has been answered right now.
I agree with that. And one thing I like about his game is he looks for a way to take over the game from start to finish.
And he's made popular a new statistical category.
Which is?
Triple Russells.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, I like that, Ernie.
Yeah,
you got two of them, right?
I stole it from someone.
But that's okay. It sounds better coming out of your mouth.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one. Last season, they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
We'll get a great idea tonight of exactly how they match up in terms of strengths versus weaknesses. When it comes down to a 4-game season series, this first one is always a good indicator of what's to come.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Sacramento Kings coach Dave Yeager started out coaching in the minor leagues. And every year he'd attend NBA training camps, but especially ones with teams that had big roster turnover. He said a coach who's had his team together calls out a drill, and everybody does it. But to watch those guys teach and put it all together, that was where you really learned. Kevin?
Thanks, David, and it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. Ran an exciting start to the year, but a long way to go. If you're a veteran player, how do you pace yourself?
Well, you asked the coach if you could have a night off here and there. We've seen, obviously, the league going to this, Kevin, making sure that physically the players have the most that they can have come postseason and not get overextended during the regular season. And then if you know the game well enough, Kevin, there's certainly ways throughout the course of a ball game to know when it is you can exert yourself and then pull back a little bit. And that doesn't mean that the guy's not playing hard or competing. It just means that there's a little bit of smartness with regards to how he's approaching each and every contest.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Westbrook following the missed shot by Willie Cauley-Stein. The shot by George, wide open, off target from three-point range. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Fox, no good. Kings on D. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
They made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Hield kicks to Fox. Cauley-Stein, a screen. The wide open look here for Fox. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick and roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
Now here's Westbrook. Play.
Oh!
Yes, sir. I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
And that last replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Fox. 8 points his last outing. Back to Labissiere. Coley Stein, a screen. Healed from outside. It's hauled in by Adams.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Skal Labissiere.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And to many, the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a 2-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go. And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
Now here is Carter. Labissiere, the screen. Fox dishes to Labissiere. And stolen by Patterson. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Carter against George. Here's Roberson. Sacramento grabs the miss. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
Here's Westbrook following the score by Vince Carter. It's Westbrook with the drive. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Man, shot out of a cannon. Westbrook so quick on the dribble drive. Defenders with no way of getting over there fast enough to stop him.
Now, here's Fox. Greg, you asked a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at 1 speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky.
That free throw missing.
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
And he sinks the second.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Westbrook kicks to George. Patterson passes to George. Unloads from 13. And the basket is good. George has got 6 points. And Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things, and I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fox. He's off on that one. Adams, some nice D. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's George. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Thunder.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Paul George. Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim.
Good on both.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Fox dishes to Labissiere. Fox against Westbrook. Fox passes to Labissiere. And stolen by Patterson. George against Carter. And Patterson kicks to George. Robertson dishes to Westbrook. He can't get that one to fall. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Patterson, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Patterson's got his first basket. The Kings trail by 9. Healed the pass to Carter. Inside, here's Cauley Stein. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 3rd rebound tonight. On the wing, George. Back to Westbrook. Screen by Adams. Westbrook against Fox. Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Back to Westbrook for the 3. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
You know, there are guys that stop on a dime and shoot, but Russell stops and rises up. No way to challenge him there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Well, if you look at Andre Robertson's stats, you would wonder why he gets so much playing time. Not a great scorer, gets a ton of minutes, and I'll tell you why. He can defend wing players and great scorers in this league like a hawk. That's the reason why he became a valuable performer through the years for Oklahoma City.
And you look at Robertson, and he is clearly a defensive specialist for this team.
Well, he's a great wing defender and so many great offensive weapons at the 2 and 3 spot in the conference, the Western Conference, that he is familiar with. He does a great job of going out on a nightly basis and doing what he does best. That's playing defense for his ball club.
Now, here's Fox. And it's Carter missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
On the wing, George, defended by Carter. Here's Patterson. Sacramento grabs the miss. Carter outside. Feeds to Fox. The dish to Heel. To the inside, Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
Westbrook kicks to George. Carter pulls it in.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Westbrook with the steal. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
The Kings trail by 12. Here's Fox. Cauley Stein a screen. Hield kicks to Fox. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. He feeds it to Labissiere. Stolen by George. Here's Robertson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
You know, running the lane in transition can be a skill right there. Buddy Hield, relentless in getting himself to the rack.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. fresh from a win against Portland.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Yeah, sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. In third, the Thunder.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Jackson with it. Now defended by Grant. Now Mason. They set the screen. Picked by Randolph. Elbow shot. And the shot is long. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Here's Aprinas. Second shot opportunity from outside the arc. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Mason dishes to Randolph. Outside Jackson. Outside Bogdanovich. Jackson setting the pick here for Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. 20 feet out. It's hauled in by Collison. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the left side wing. Grant kicks to Eustace. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Randolph. Pushing it up. Here's Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
Free throw drops for Zach Randolph.
Randolph was an Indiana State champion coming out of high school, so you know the pressure of the NBA doesn't bother him. There's nothing more intense than that when you talk about that Indiana high school tournament.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And so here is Oklahoma City. They're leading by 8. Mason against Felton. Here's Aprinas. No good from outside. And you know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And he can't get the first one.
This OKC team is one of the best in the league when it comes to getting themselves to the free throw line, and a lot of that comes with the sheer force of Russell Westbrook, who draws a ton of fouls. But there's a few other crafty players who can get to work on the inside and find their way to the free throw line.
And he sinks the second. The Thunder, a strong team at getting points off free throws, Brent. It helps having Cantor, who's also good at drawing fouls.
Well, we see how much a team can have success just stealing easy points from the free throw line. So most teams that are near the top in terms of finding free throw attempts per game find their way into postseason play. The Thunder have set that trend. Westbrook's aggressiveness, Cantor on the inside, and Adams playing aggressive around the rim.
Here is Mason following the score by Oklahoma City. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Bogdanovich has got his first 2 points of the night.
I give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Felton the pass to Grant. Here's the screen. Back to Felton. It's blocked.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Bogdanovich wide open. He makes that one drop, only his second in 5 tries. The Thunder leading by 5. Felton kicks to Eustace. Grant against Jackson. Shoots from the baseline. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Count it. Good.
He might not elevate like some of the other guys on the court, but as we've learned, Randolph knows how to get the ball in the basket.
Here's Eustace. Now the pass to Collison. Here's Abrinas. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Here's Grant. A three-pointer is right on target. Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Mason. Up and in on the layup.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Went.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Here's Abrinas. He really was a guy also who stepped up in that win against the Blazers.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Mason with a screen on Collison. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Grant. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, when he gets into the paint, Kevin, he starts to get hungry. He goes right through the defense. He's a straight line guy.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Mason dishes to Jackson. 6 to shoot from the baseline. Randolph can't hit.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, Mason is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Zach Randolph. Then there's Jackson, and it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Randolph can't hit.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Abrinas kicks to Grant. No good on the 3. The Kings trail by 7. Mason the pass to Bogdanovich. Jackson has the open look. Misses the 3. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Eustace can't get it to go. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Brett, when you hear Donovan on the sideline or in the huddle, it's clear how big a motivator he can be for his team. He certainly gets the most out of his players from the stars to the end of the bench.
One thing that Billy Donovan did in the early part of taking the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin, I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the off-season, being there for workouts, understanding the personalities of his team, and getting to know his guys. All of those things have reaped some incredible rewards in the early part of Billy Donovan's coaching career.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Felton looking for his first basket still in this one. Over Mason. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Papagiannis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. It's stolen by Labissiere. Fox kicks to Hield, and Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
And George, here we go. Got that bucket in no time at all. George has got 12.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Here's Westbrook, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A lot of people look at Russell and think you roll the ball out, and with his athleticism and tenaciousness, he just takes it over. But the guy hits the film room. I mean, he studies up. He wants to know about his opponent. He wants to get better as a performer, get more consistent. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes with Russell Westbrook.
And the first one drops. And for Westbrook and his watching of film, he isn't looking for what he's doing on the floor. Granny says he's gaining an understanding for everyone else.
I think that kind of approach is pretty heady, don't you, Kevin? The fact that Russell not only wants to improve himself, he wants to have a better understanding of every aspect of the game. That's his decision making. That's where his teammates are finding success on the floor. Defensively, how teams are matching up with him. That's a lot to take in on top of the responsibilities he already has for this Oklahoma City team.
And you watch the way Westbrook plays fearlessly, how he has the attitude of Brent, someone much smaller than him.
Well, it's that athleticism that intimidates, Kevin, quite frankly. You hear a lot of players who went through this huge growth spurt to make them elite. That's exactly what happened to Russell Westbrook, going from about 5'8" to 6'3" in a hurry. But to have that kind of bullish mentality as a point guard in this league against that kind of size, that's impressive stuff.
Carter kicks to Hield. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
The Kings have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. Free throw drops for Heel. When the Kings struggled last season, Greg, they did so because they just couldn't get stops in the defensive end.
And defense, something that this team will struggle with at times. A lot of it is they don't protect the rim or close out, particularly on that three-point shot. And so much of defense just boils down to challenging shooters whenever you can. It's about giving more effort on that side of the ball.
And over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Here's Roberson, covered by Heel. Westbrook drives in, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Well, you can guess right or you can guess wrong. And with Westbrook, many times defenders are wrong.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
The first one falls.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined, but what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
And Robertson has it in the corner, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's just not something Russell came in doing, being a playmaker. But what we're seeing out of Westbrook now, great vision.
Healed with the bucket.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Westbrook dishes to George. Here's Patterson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Labissiere. Basket counts. And now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Patterson, the screen. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Adams. Westbrook's got 13.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Fox kicks to Labissiere. Out to Carter. From past the arc. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside, here's Patterson. It's stolen by Labissiere. It's Vince Carter on the wing, defended by George. Carter, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Cauley-Stein, a screen. Fox dishes to Cauley-Stein. Down low, 4 on the clock, and it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Westbrook against Fox. Westbrook kicks to Patterson. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the 3-point line.
Cauley-Stein passes to Heel. That one wide left.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 31 points a game last year, 10 assists and 10 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Labissiere inside. Patterson defending. No good that time. Here's Roberson, covered by Heel. Patterson dishes to Westbrook, and a missed layup.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Roberson the pass to Patterson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Vince Carter picks one up.
Yeah, you could see the defense break down, but credit the aggressive play of Westbrook for making that happen.
And Brent, even though it might be somewhat counterintuitive, the numbers show that up-tempo styles are fairly high in efficiency. That may surprise some people. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think what gives in that scenario, Kevin, is it's so hard to scramble back with teams that are operating in the first 6 or 7 seconds of the shot clock to cover the three-point line. All of a sudden, you're running out to guys and opening up space in the interior. That's going to open up drive opportunities to the lane and easy layups. And where you see that most are big men who are getting taken advantage of by running back into the paint. Those threes are worth more than two. That math class pays off.
It does. I can tell. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Kicks it to Heel. Has to call his Stein. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
Here's Westbrook. That shot off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
His touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
Fox kicks to Labissiere. Cauley Stein with the screen for Fox. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Labissiere.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Westbrook dishes to George. No good on the 3.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. We were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second chance points in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Here's Collison. It's deflected. And here is Mason. Passes to Papagiannis. He feeds it to Mason. They set the pick. Over Felton. And too long on the shot. Oklahoma City has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Got a piece of it. Pass to Mason. Picked by Randall. From deep. They get it back. Here's Papagiannis. Missile on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And a bit of a bittersweet question for you, Brent. We know you spent so many years with the Sonics who eventually were uprooted and became this Thunder team. How badly would you like to see Seattle get a basketball team again?
I think it's the NBA's mission to get back to Seattle, and under Adam Silver, he's asked questions about the return to the Emerald City, and I think it's going to happen, Kevin. If it does, I'd love to be a part of what the organization does up there. I do miss the PNW. That's the Pacific Northwest.
.129 left now here in the second. Felton against Mason. Felton kicks to Grant. Over Jackson. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 16-7 run. That three off the mark. Oklahoma City's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Abrinas. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. Abrinas has got the game tied up here for Oklahoma City. The Kings shooting 41% for the game. The Kings have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Well, one thing the Thunder have always done well is control the glass. Good rebounding team.
Well, the Thunder are great candidates to end up near the top for both offensive and defensive rebounds, and it certainly helps when Russell Westbrook is tearing down over 10 boards a game. It's a complete effort with this ball club, and they have guys who are willing to stick their nose in there.
Eustace kicks to Abrinas. Oklahoma City moving it around.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Sacramento, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. Papagiannis kicks to Jackson. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Kings lead by 5. Collison, and finished off by Collison.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 14-4 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Felton against Mason. Now the pass to Papagiannis. They set the pick. Bogdanovich dishes to Randolph. Again, Sacramento. Here's Abrinas. That will count. No good on that last second attempt there. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Kings lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, how did you guys get back on top of this game?
Just getting stops. You know, getting stops, getting out of transition, getting to the basket, guys hitting shots, and we getting stops. So we just got to keep on playing defense and let everything else take care of itself.
That's how you guys roll. Thanks, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have an exhilarated home crowd joining us for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, I like their effort on the boards because the game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
You know, they haven't shot the ball very well. Not nearly enough quality looks. Right now, this game can easily come down to shot selection and how they run their offense. They need to keep the ball moving and generate better looks.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Kings leading now by 5. So the Thunder 5 right now. Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the 3 spot. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Hield. To the paint, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Robertson, covered by Hield. And Westbrook, here we go. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hield, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Cauley-Stein's got the first basket of the third quarter for Sacramento. Here's Westbrook. Can't hit that one. So the Kings will take it the other way. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Here's Adams, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adams has got his first basket of the night.
You could classify Adams' postgame as raw, but the energy and aggression he plays with almost every game, that's where he hangs his hat.
And the basket is good.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half. And one of the side effects of the Cousins trade was it did open up more playing time for Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, immediately he was able to step in and fill those minutes and became a much larger part of their offense.
Hey, Greg, when Cauley-Stein got those extra minutes after the Cousins deal, you could see a change in his play. Much more aggressive, much more confident.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it just takes a clear path to minutes to change a player. Cauley-Stein had been getting better and better before the trade. Having the team believe he could step in was a huge boost in his confidence and his play.
First one falls for him. So, Brent, certain players are known for getting into people's heads. Who is a guy you played against that really challenged your mental toughness?
I'll give you 2 examples, Kevin. As an opponent, I would tell you that Vernon Maxwell was one of the less cerebral and more in-your-face aggressive players that I ever faced as an opponent. But on the flip side of that, Kevin, there were guys I played with that sometimes would challenge you mentally. In particular, one Gary Payton in Seattle. Always interesting to see how he approached the game, and sometimes even his own teammates.
But you always welcome the challenge, I'm sure.
Well, I take it head on. I mean, that's what guys do. They're paid to compete.
Westbrook against Fox. To the left side wing. Here's George. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
And they're able to recover. outside Westbrook. And Labissiere sends it back.
And like how aggressive Labissiere is on defense, using that wide frame to turn back shots.
Healed with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Fox against Westbrook. And he makes that one. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, able to explode in the paint at will, and a great finisher. Westbrook a terror once he gets in there.
Kings leading now by 7. Fox kicks to Carter. Now the feed to Heel. Coley Stein a screen. Here's Fox. No good on that one. Good D by Westbrook.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First one falls for him.
And a power forward in college. Robertson's been working on increasing his shooting range ever since he entered the league.
Good on both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Now the dish to Heel. Carter up top. Wide open look. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Here's Westbrook. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. I think the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Well, he's an NBA scoring champion. Westbrook sure has improved his entire offensive repertoire since his days in Westwood.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento leading by 4. Fox kicks to Carter. Fox against Westbrook. Coley Stein a screen. Now here's Fox, defended by George.
Trust me, big guys hate playing against Steven Adams. He's a nuisance on the defensive end, and that time changed the shot.
Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Outside, George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Vince Carter picks one up.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
first one falls for him. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Sacramento leading by 3. Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein. Here's the screen. Hield sets the pick for Cauley-Stein. He dishes it to Fox to end the drought, and it's good on the layup. Fox has got 7 points.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Back to Westbrook. Fox with the steal. 3 on 3 over Westbrook. Offensive rebound, and it's sent back by George. And Robertson has it in the corner. And Labissiere sends it back. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Robertson. The Kings shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And Cauley-Stein with the basket on the assist by Hield. Hield's got 3 assists now in this one. There's the pick. And Westbrook, here we go. Robertson offline with his 3. Kings leading now by 5. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Feeds it to Westbrook. He kicks it to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Knocks down the 3 ball. 16 points for George.
And there's never been any question about George's 3-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Steven Adams can have an impact on the game, certainly defensively, certainly with the screen setting. But how about the character of the center of this basketball team? One of the most quotable players in the league, and he'll never hold back from speaking his mind in an interview. Gotta love his disposition.
And a look here at the shot chart for Cauley-Stein.
And the 3-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Felton kicks to Abrinas. Pass to Eustis. Clock at 6. There's the screen. Felton the pass to Eustis. Over Jackson. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Eustis.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
Here's Abrinas. Drops in the layup for 2. Abrinas has got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
There's the pick. Pass to Papagiannis. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
Felton with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Outside Collison. Kicks to Felton. Pass to Eustace. Jacks up a three. Sacramento grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Jackson. No good there. Some solid defense from Grant. There's the lob to the hoop.
That's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Sacramento leading by 3. Mason kicks to Randall. 18 feet out. Yep, it counts. He's got 10. Now Felton. There's a screen. And it's Abrinas in the corner. No good with the triple.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
Rejected by Collison. Here's Abrinas. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Felton kicks to Grant. And Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's Grant. No good on the quick three. Kings leading now by 5. The drive by Jackson. The pass to Papagiannis. Outside Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Randolph. Randolph draws the double. 5 on the clock. Randolph sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Abrinas kicks to Eustace to the left side wing. Felton the pass to Eustace. Back to Felton. Here's Eustace. He's covered by Randolph. Eustace's shot is good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Kings leading. And here is Mason. 6 points for him. Randolph dishes to Mason. Randolph kicks to Mason. Jackson from long range. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got his second basket of the night. Thunder trailing by 8. Outside Felton. And it's Grant in the corner. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Jeremy Grant, a member of the great Grant family line that has had so many NBA players.
Well, I played with his uncle Horace in Seattle, and the thing that I like about Grant is there's just nothing in terms of nonsense when he has the ball. It's straight line drives right to the rim, and he's coming down hard around the rim.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
And Grant drops them both. Sacramento leading by 6. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Papagiannis kicks to Jackson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
That's good from Jackson. Jackson hits both of them. 27 seconds left to play in the third. There's a screen. Abrinas kicks to Collison. Here's Abrinas. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Abrinas. Mason, the pass to Jackson. Over to the wing. 1 second left. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Sacramento up by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving. Don't let them stand and get set up and scheme up.
And that's Dave Yeager laying out the key points for his team over this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the ball and his guys to remain in constant motion. Keep the defense on defense.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Jackson is out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Mason. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Grant kicks to Abrinas. Back to Grant. In the corner, it's Felton. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Mason kicks to Randolph. The feed to Jackson. Clock at 6. Shot from 12. Randolph can't hit. Thunder trailing by 6. Grant in the post. Jackson on him. Grant. That's good.
Grant's always looking for those seams, so when he finds one, he'll rip right into it, like his aggressiveness there.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Yorgos Papagiannis. Carter comes in for Jackson. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Fox in for Mason. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Collison. Patterson comes in for Eustace. And Paul George is subbed in for Grant. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. He said nobody thought we'd be in this position right now, and we are. He said he was proud of his guys, but he also said, now go finish this thing off and get this win. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
And George.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
It's a beautiful jam.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another unleash chaos moment. Randolph sets a screen for Hield. And Adams sends it back to take the lead. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Randolph's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Fox kicks to Carter. Randolph, a screen on George. Sacramento again missing.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him. Fox against Felton. Stolen by George. Outside Felton. Stolen by Randolph. Here's Cauley-Stein. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Kings lead by 3. Felton kicks to Patterson. Outside, George. Back to Patterson. And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And the Kings making a change here. Labissiere's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Roberson, he's checked in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Raymond Felton. Westbrook dishes to George. It's stolen by Hield. And Fox has it in the corner. Cauley-Stein a screen. Off the screen, Labissiere. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 3. Inside. And Adams with the slam.
Well, Adams, surprisingly there, maybe a little bit more assertive on the offensive end. Good to see him throw that one down.
For Sacramento, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Cauley-Stein passes to Fox. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And George kicks to Roberson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Kings leading now by 3. In the corner, it's Hield. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. 14 points for Buddy Hield.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Labissiere's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Carter. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Thunder trailing by 6. Westbrook dishes to George. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Fox against Westbrook. They set the pick. With some arc. And it's the Kings with the ball. Patterson passes to Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Westbrook has become a much more conscientious player, but still, he can get his points in huge bundles.
Kings leading now by 4. Now, here's Fox. A dish now to Cauley-Stein. To the inside. Labissiere. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Here's Westbrook. Out to the right wing. And Roberson kicks to Adams. Patterson, the screen from deep. George. Sacramento grabs the miss. Fox has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Carter with the 3. That shot misses. And the Thunder going the other way now.
Just not his night so far, guys.
Puts one up from 19. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Lays it up off the glass. Westbrook's got 24 points.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
George against Carter. Cauley Stein dishes to Fox. Cauley Stein a screen. Lock at 6. Fox no good. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's George. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
Kings leading now by 3. Fox with it. He dishes it to Heel. Cauley Stein with the screen for Heel. Feeds to Labissiere. Westbrook against Fox. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Adams. Adams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And it's Fox with the jam.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
There's the pick. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox. Free throw good, Westbrook. So he gets them both.
Well, he talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th, right around 46-47%. Carter kicks to Hield. Labissiere, the screen. Jumper off the screen. Hield can't hit.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Labissiere with the screen for Hield. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for it.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Fires the 3. Robertson can't hit.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Oklahoma City trailer. Now Westbrook. Adams with the screen on Fox. Westbrook dishes to Adams. Misses from short range. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Wide open. Yep, that one goes. Westbrook's got 15 points here in the second half.
And he's been demanding the ball in these situations. Westbrook with a chance to put this team away.
Fox kicks to Hield. Pass to Labissiere. Shoots over Patterson. They get it again. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Patrick Patterson.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that ties the game up.
He's shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Adams with the screen on Fox. Westbrook kicks to George. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Lets it fly. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Oklahoma City shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Fox. Patterson, the screen. Here's George. Rebound by the Kings. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. They get Russell Westbrook.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific scoring even when he gets bodied up.
Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Sacramento. Free throw good, Fox.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Fox. Jacks up a 3. Here's Patterson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Adams sets such good hard screens that even the offensive player wants to avoid him.
Fox passes to Cook. Shot from 12. Count it!
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Patterson, the screen. From deep, George. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Hield. No good off the back of the rim. George against Carter. George dishes to Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Down low, Adams. Yes!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hield. He's guarded close. He kicks to Cauley-Stein. There's the screen. Fox passes to Randall. Cauley-Stein a screen. For the tie. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.